folks, it's the Red, and welcome to the next LP, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles! And you know any game that introduces its characters and defines them by the weapons they use, Leonardo, user of the katana blades. You know they mean business here. And then of course we have Raphael, whose weapon is... okay, not that kind of sigh, but you know what I mean. At least it's not Michelangelo's weapon, him and his silly nunchuckus. Then again, he could also be like Donatello here, who seems to prefer attacking enemies with his B.O. Or bow. Bow staff. It's a stick. Oh boy, I need a distraction. Look over there! Curses, you gave away my hiding spot! And even though it's not the original Ninja Turtles theme, the theme song that they use for this game, really catchy. And in fact, this whole soundtrack is really great. Probably one of the best on the system. But let's go ahead and get things started. So here we are at 5th Avenue, the first area of the game. It starts us off in this little hub area map. We can walk into sewers or into buildings, and then we'll find ourselves in 2D action segments. So it's similar to Zelda 2 in a way. And the really neat thing is, when you hit the start button, you can pull up your information screen. Splinter will tell you sometimes useful information. You can see the map of where you are, and you can change between any turtle at any time. Each with their own weapon and their own health bar. So if you've got a turtle that's running low on health, you can just switch off and go into a different character. And you're all good. But of course, we have these three, and then you have Donatello, who is the best freaking turtle in the game because not only is his weapon really long, it's also really powerful. He's the most valuable turtle on your team, so keeping him alive is pretty... Oh god! Oh! Oh, Donatello got caught? The first enemy in the game? Oh, God. This is just tragic. I suppose any player at this point would just hit the reset button and pretend that didn't happen? But, you know what? We're not going to do that. We are going to keep these three turtles, and we are going to press forward, and we are going to find Donatello, and re-add him to our team, and it's going to be all hunky-dory. Alright? Let's just pick Leonardo and start fresh. Okay, this time we'll go down the sewer. It's probably the safer way to go anyway. So like I said, you start off in an overhead map, you go into a sewer, and then you go into a 2D action segment. Here we'll be fighting a bunch of familiar enemies, such as Mousers, if you remember them from the cartoon. I'm not sure about the robotic flies, but whatever. So yeah, we have those, and we have foot soldiers. They like to throw shurikens at you. And generally take 2 hits to bring down with any of your main turtles. Eventually, you'll come into these segments like these where you have to fight one of them in order to continue. Another thing that really takes some getting used to about this game is that the turtles jump so freaking high and fall so slowly, it's like they're on the moon or something. This can make platforming a little tricky later on. But yeah, it's good to know that you can also take out the shurikens with your regular attacks as well, and I just picked up a single shuriken as a special weapon, as you can see down below, next to my primary weapon. Basically, it lets me throw a single shuriken straight forward. And they're quite strong. You can actually take out those foot soldiers in 1 hit. Also, we have pizza here. A single slice will restore 2 bars. And the nifty thing is, if we go back into the level that we just came from, they'll come back. But this level looks a little busy, so maybe we won't take those. And yeah, there's the starting area right up there that we just came from. So if we head in this direction, don't want to go that way. You can be attacked on the surface as well, as you can see right there. But taking them out here is pretty easy. So let's head into this sewer and keep moving. More Mousers and flies, no big deal here. And another foot soldier. The shurikens can be sometimes kind of hard to stop. Also, I love this part coming up. That's fun. Of course, it's better with Donatello, because he can just, like, rip them apart. And here we have our first boss, Bebop. He likes to charge at you and punch at you, but then eventually you'll find him trying to ram down the side of the wall here, and well, his AI is broken because of it. I almost feel sorry for him. Almost. Also, I love how I can come up here, but I can't really do anything. It's like the game is teasing you. Anyway, Leonardo's looking a bit rough on health, so let's go ahead and let Raph have some screen time, why not? We'll head into this building, even though we don't need to. It's there, so we may as well play it. And, yeah, how about this enemy set? We haven't seen anyone like this, have we? The, sleeping guys that throw little moons off to the left and right? I don't know what they are, but, they're interesting. And here's another interesting enemy. This is called the Chainsaw Maniac. A shirtless guy that just wildly swings a saw around. No, seriously, who comes up with this stuff? It's kind of weird. I don't actually know what most of the enemy names in this game are. I don't think there's a whole lot of official names out there for them. Only, like, the larger ones. And here's the whole pizza. This will fully restore your health, so this is exactly what we need from Leonardo. Of course, now that we've gotten all the way to the pizza, we now have to fight our way back. And we're probably going to take some damage along the way. All the enemies respawn as well, so, that's going to be something to watch out for. Though I find them on the way back, there's not as many of them. Also, when I was a kid, I was always pressing up on these doors, expecting they would open, but no, they're just there in the background. Then why do you have them the same size as these doors? The only difference is that these are already open. It's a tease, I tell you! Anyway, into this other sewer that we also don't need to go into. It's just sort of there. We'll be fighting more of the same enemies that we've seen already. The Chainsaw Maniacs generally aren't a problem as long as you keep attacking them, because you will freeze them in place as long as you keep doing so. We've seen enough Leonardo. Let's give Raph a little more time. Don't worry, we'll get to Michelangelo as well. And right up there we have a Mr. Invincibility item. Basically, you touch that, and you'll become invincible for a short time. You'll just start spinning with your weapon in hand, and destroy everything in your path. Mini-bosses included. So, yeah, that's kind of fun, and yeah, we just ripped through a lot of enemies there, and the enemy set just changed. Now we've got, like, these giant moths, or whatever the heck these things are, and some dudes that look like they're on fire, like this one here. This is, a Fire Freak. It shoots out these flaming chicken legs, or whatever the heck these things are supposed to be, and, the mini-boss that we just fought was a giant frog. That's literally what it's called. There's one right there. They take a ton of hits to bring down, so best not to attack them. Oh boy, Raph is looking a little rough. But I think we'll be okay. We should have one. Oh, okay, we're good. So let's go ahead and get out of here. And here we have another one of those steamrollers that took Donatello, and a neat little thing is, you can actually attack these things on the surface if you keep your distance, and over time you'll actually be able to defeat them. As you will see. So, yeah, that's kind of funny. Anyway, the next level has a slice of pizza right here at the beginning. And what's nifty about this is we can jump up and collect it, and ideally not jump down into the fire. But yeah, collect the pizza, leave the sewer, and then come back, and the pizza comes back. You can pretty much use this to restore all the health of all your turtles. Very nifty to know. Okay, that's Raph topped off, so let's go ahead and top off Leo, too. Okay, one more for Leo, and that should do it. Now we'll go ahead and use Raph to get past this, flying eyeball, or whatever that thing is supposed to be. Some of the enemies in this game are quite weird. They make the four mutated turtles, practicing ninjutsu seem normal by comparison. This guy's annoying me, so I'm going to use Leonardo and his range in order to hit him. boss will not appear until all of the other enemies are cleared off the screen. Oh boy, it's a giant frog. Let's go ahead and use my shurikens to do a little extra damage to him. There we go. Yeah, you never know what kind of enemy set you're going to encounter and when you're going to encounter it. It's part of the artificial difficulty of this game. Giant frantic running eyeballs? Not out of place in Ninja Turtles NES. Anyway, we've finally made it to the last building. This is where April is being held, so let's get in there and find her. Raphael's the best choice for taking out these giant flies, because his size do more damage than the weapons of the other two turtles that we have right now. Like I said, Donatello is the strongest turtle in the game. He has the best attack power. But Raphael is a close second in that regard. And we're going to be greeted immediately by a boomerang carrier, and he's going to fall down the ladder, apparently. Okay, we're coming up to the boss now, and we're going to let Michelangelo take over for this one. He can be a fun turtle to use, and here's our boss, Rocksteady. He has a gun that he will occasionally shoot at you, jump over the bullet, and then turn around and hit him is my usual strategy for this, when I'm not using Donatello and just thrusting downward from the boxes until he's dead. I mean, who would ever do that, though? But generally, Rocksteady isn't too hard to fight, I don't think. If you just keep to this strategy, anyway. Just jump over him when he starts to corner you like that, and over time, he shouldn't give you too much of a run for your money. You can also destroy his bullets with your main weapon, which is kind of funny. And just like that, we've rescued April. Let's celebrate with a pizza. Don't let the Foot Clan destroy the dam. You have my support. Oh, well, that's good to know. And here we are in Area 2, the Hudson River Dam. A rather infamous level, but not a terribly long one either. In fact, if we have a look at the information screen, there's only really 2 levels to this whole place, so we may as well go ahead and take care of this area as well. So, there's the dam itself. We need to go inside this door, and we'll come out at the top hole up there. Hey, who invited you? Oh, well. Good. I'm out of here. So inside we're going to find more of the familiar Mousers and flying flies, whatever those things are. And of course, foot soldiers. Another nifty thing to know about is once your turtle comes down to half health, their attack power increases slightly, so these foot soldiers that normally take 2 hits from this weapon will go down in 1 hit. Pretty nifty to know, a little high risk, high reward kind of thing going on there. The risk being playing as your turtle at half health. And here we have a half pizza, which will restore 4 bars of health. And the enemy set has changed once again. Got ourselves another chainsaw maniac that we need to take out before the mini-boss appears. Just keep attacking and you can stun them in place, and they shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright, going on up. Up there is the door that we need to get to. We can't actually jump up to it, though. It's just out of our range, so we're just gonna have to go the long way around. Get out of my face. And we just picked up some boomerangs. You can throw them straight forward and they'll come right back to you, and go right back into your stock as well. And the really nifty thing about this is you can also switch to another turtle after you throw them, and so if we switch over to Raph, who doesn't have anything, he can catch them, and now he can use them as well. So I think that's a pretty cool trick as well. That's if you want to share your boomerangs with your friends. Also, you can press the select button to switch off of your special weapon if you want to use your regular weapon for a little while. Okay, getting a little busy over here. Let's take care of that wall walker over there. And we've got another one of these moon-shooting sleepy guys. Official term now. I don't know what their real name is, so that's what I'm gonna call them. the moon-shooting sleepy guys. Okay, and here's the last jump that we need to make, and it is a very exacting jump. You have to jump at the very edge of this platform, otherwise you're going to fall all the way back down, and then you're going to have to climb back all the way through all of that again. So here we go. Okay, we made it. Whew, okay. Moving right along. Oh, you want to race, huh? Alright, let's go. Go. I'm going to beat you. Your friend isn't going to beat me either. Ha! I made it. You lose. Go away. Yeah, that was kind of silly. But here we go into probably the most infamous level of the game. This is the underwater segment. This is the only underwater level in the game. Basically, what we need to do is swim through the level and find 8 bombs and defuse them before the timer of the bomb runs out. If the timer does run out, well, then the dam explodes and that's an instant game over. So if you find that you're about to run out of time, switch to your turtle with the lowest health and just sacrifice them. Better a turtle than a continue, right? Generally, I don't think the level is too terribly hard if you know where to go, but the obstacles that you will encounter here will make this quite difficult. Can make this quite difficult. There are currents that push you around, usually into dangerous hazards, and there are plenty of them, especially something coming up here. These little pink seaweed here, that is not for decoration. That is electrified. You do not want to touch that. And then, of course, you don't want to go through the electrical wires like that either. And here's an example of one of them I'm talking about. There's a current pushing me towards in this direction, and it's generally no problem to get to this bomb here, but getting out, you're guaranteed to get hit at least once because that current is constantly pushing you back. You can actually tell there's a current because of the way the bubbles are moving, but up here, this is where things really get crazy. I mean, there are coral reefs everywhere, and they're way too close to your turtle, and there's no way you can get through that without getting hit at least a few times. I really don't care for the design of this level for that reason, so just keep an eye on your health, and once it starts to get too low, it's time to switch off to another turtle. It's also worth noting that all the turtles operate exactly the same as each other in this level, so it really doesn't matter who you're playing with. In other words, don't use Donatello here. But luckily we've only got 2 bombs left, but not a lot of time left to defuse them, and once again we've got to fight the current to get past that electrical thing there. Really annoying. But overall, the controls I don't think are too bad for this area. And like I said, it's not too terribly bad if you know what you need to do, and if you know the quickest route to take. The music that plays here isn't bad either, I don't think. But once you start to run out of time, music will suddenly pick up. Oh god. And then of course we have to fight another current in order to get to this last bomb here. But there we go. Okay. A perfect summary of the near catastrophe that was just averted. Thanks for your input, Raphael. Good job. The dam is safe. Let's go home. Here, I find it kind of weird that the turtles have to knock on the door of their own home. Master! How dare you have a crazy party without us? Oh, good, the TV is still working. What? This is Shredder. Listen to me, turtles. Man, this 3D TV is amazing. It really looks like his hand is sticking out of the screen. We have taken Splinter. To get him back, you must defeat the Foot Clan. You could call them arch rivals. We're waiting for you. Ha ha ha. What a dumb laugh. Let's go and help Splinter. Well, sure, how hard could that... What? Do you see the size of this level? It is a gargantuan thing, and yeah, this is actually where we're going to go ahead and call it a video for now. Thank you very much for watching, and join us next time as we take on Wall Street and try and find Splinter. See you then!